Good day everyone, so we're back again with another topic. So in this lesson, we will discuss the topic about the introduction to HTML5. In this lesson, we will identify the HTML5, we will determine the features of HTML5, and last one, we will create a website using the HTML5 basic syntax and element. Let's start. So HTML5 is the newest version of HTML as an authoring language used to develop web pages. In 2004, the World Wide Web Consortium proposed for its development with the support from Mozilla and Opera. However, it was rejected because of the foreseen new direction of web evolution. But after a short while, Apple, Mozilla, and Opera intended to continue the proposal. Thus, they continued working on the project via the Web Hypertext Application Technology Working Group. But in 2006, the W3C joined force with WhatWG for the development. HTML5 is still for further development. Nonetheless, the major browsers support many of the new HTML5 elements and APIs. So here are the established rules for HTML5. First one, new features ought to be founded on HTML, CSS, DOM, and JavaScript. Second one, the requirement for external plugins like Flash must be lessened. Third one, improve error handling. Fourth one, more markup to change scripting. Fifth one, HTML5 must be device independent. Sixth one, the development procedures should be able to be seen by the public. Now, some features of HTML5 includes elements for drawing and media playback, support for local storage, new content-specific elements, and new form controls. They will be discussed further in the latter part of this lesson and to the succeeding chapters. HTML5 is yet to be a certified standard and no browsers have the full HTML5 support. But all main browsers such as the Safari, Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, Opera, and Internet Explorer maintain to include new HTML5 features to their latest version. So using this basic syntax for HTML5, you can create your own simple web page. So these are the basic syntax for HTML5. Now, let's proceed with the different HTML5 elements. So HTML5 new elements are classified into several categories. So we have the semantic, multimedia, and the form elements. Let's start first with the semantic elements. Semantic elements are responsible for the structure of the web page content. We have article, specifies an article or blog or post of your document. Aside indicates content aside from the page content. The BDI separates a part of text that may be arranged in a different direction from other text outside it. The command indicates a command button that a user can invoke. Details assign additional details that the user can view or hide. Summary specifies a visible heading for a details element. The next one is the figure. Places self-contained content like illustrations and diagram. For fig caption, specifies a caption for a figure element. Next one is the footer. It declares a footer for a document or section. The next one is the header. Header declares a header for a document or section. H group, it has a clusters or set of H1 to H6 elements when a heading has multiple levels. For mark, we have specifies mark or highlighted text. For meter, it defines a scalar measurement within a known range. Nav puts in navigation lanes, and progress defines the progress of a task. For Ruby, RT, and RP, this is used as an East Asian language. Ruby places a Ruby annotation. RT indicates an explanation, pronunciation of characters. RP declares what to display in browsers that do not support Ruby annotation. The next one is the section. It indicates a section in a document. Next one is time. It inserts a date or time. And the last one is the WBR, indicates a potential line break, unlike BR. WBR and BR is different from each other. That's the different semantic elements. Let's proceed with the multimedia elements. Multimedia elements are responsible for the media contents. So we have the audio to insert a sound content, video to insert a video or movie. For source, it defines multiple media resources for video and audio. For embed, it will define a container for an external application or interactive content. For track, it will define text track for video and audio. And Canvas, it will use to draw graphics such as the different JavaScript that we will use on the latter part of our discussion. Next one is the form elements. Form elements are responsible for functionality of the web pages. So we have the data list, the keygen, and the output. Now, using those different HTML tags, there are HTML 4.01 elements that were removed from HTML5. So here are the different HTML tags that were removed from HTML5. We have the acronym, the applet, base font, big, center, dir, font, frame, frame set, no frame, strike, and the TT tags. Those are different HTML 4.01 removed from the newest version, which is the HTML5. So that's our lesson in this video. So I hope that you have learned something from today's discussion. See you on our next video. And if you have any questions or any clarifications, you are free to drop your questions in our comment section. Goodbye and God bless.